Real compassion and moral standards is the real solution. Part 16 of 22 on Between Master and Disciples, held in English on December 21st, 2021.
Warning: sensitive images.
What was the moral of that story, Master?
What's the moral?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe if you practice spiritually, you have protection from heaven.
Yeah, bravo. Why didn't I think about that? Yeah, you see, they are worthy and they are truly saintly because it's not like for a lustful relationship that they're together.
Yes.
And even if it was, afterward they learned spiritual practice. They were just together as friends.
Yes.
They even became rich and prosperous, but they did not care. They left it all just to wander around, trying to find a quiet place and tranquil place to practice spiritually.
Yes.
So, of course, their master knew that and gave them some protections for emergency use. And the husband, you saw that also, having an exceptional worldly beauty. The most beautiful in the world, that's how they're described. Yeah? And still, when he saw the spiritual master and knew the spiritual practice, he forsook it all. He forgot his wife and prosperity and business and home, anything. Not even wanting to go to the sea to collect some precious stones or something in order to be rich. Disobey his wife even. Imagine that.
How dare he?
How dare? How dare he? Yeah. He forgot that at home was prosperous and luxury and comfort. And he even forgot his wife's order. Oh, my God. Then imagine, he must have had his spiritual inclination already
Yes, Master.
before he met his master. And he even stayed there for 1 year and didn't want to go anywhere. And then the master had to shoo him out, knowing that his time, he has to go. Because maybe his wife is praying at home and tucking as a master. It happens to me all the time. People want to come and want to stay with their family, calling inside. And then they left for some reason or no reason or any reason. Maybe it's not all their intention. It's just they are feeling pulling away. And they probably didn't know why. They got some excuses or whatever. It's not the real reason.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
So you see, the wife, after her husband came back and taught her the initiation, probably the guidance out, then she also left everything to go with him, just to find some quiet place to practice together.
Yes, Master.
Many of your brothers and sisters, after initiation, they just didn't want to do anything with the world anymore. Except I keep reminding them that their destiny, their obligation, their duty, they have to continue.
Yes, Master.
Otherwise, I also think, what the heck, if they don't do anything anymore and they have enough little money to survive, then that's okay. And if they don't have, and if they go back for food, why not? If that's their choice, I don't send anything. If they wanted to, why not? What else can you really do for this world anyway, except your own spiritual practice that borrows the blessing from God?
Yes, Master.
Look at how much money every government in the world, or most of the governments in the world, wasted. Trillions on war,
Yes.
for example, or mistakes,
Yes, Master.
or not leading people into a virtuous life, that people die in millions and billions in the world, or killing babies or unborn babies,
Yes,
and
Master.
not leading people into a virtuous life. They're allowing drugs and drinks and gambling and prostitution and all that, which is all unhealthy and unvirtuous way of life. And then people got sick quarreling or killing each other, murdering each other, or war broke out or pandemic broke out. How much money, how much hard-earned tax money in every country is wasted on all kinds of horrible reasons. And killing animals, people, to eat like that, murdering animal people and then get sick by that, not get healthy even. Luckily, they all eat also vegetables.
Yes, Master.
Otherwise, after a while, eating meat, they would die young already, if only eating meat alone.
Yes.
Luckily, nowadays, we have plenty of vegetables, plenty of fruit to balance out a little bit. So delay their sickness and delay their death. Otherwise, nobody survives eating meat.
Yes, Master.
You see, all the animal people eating meat, they live not long.
Yes.
They have strength but short lives.
Yes.
So even if somebody decided that he doesn't want to work, he just wants to go out and beg for whatever's left over, whatever food, like homeless people, I could not criticize them.
Yes, Master.
For me, if all the people become monks and nuns and just doing nothing, just reciting God's name and relying on donations for food, I also say it's a good idea, even if they're not enlightened. At least they don't do any evil.
Yes, Master.
And they don't waste money on war or harming others or killing animal people.
Yes, Master.
Because otherwise the government and the powerful people, they waste so much money that if they didn't waste all that, the whole world could be a paradise. Nobody has to ever die of hunger or lack of medicine.
Yes, Master.
So I don't blame anybody the way they choose to live their life. Be homeless even, who cares? The food is wasted everywhere also anyway. So if you just take some of the discarded food to eat or ask for it, they're not doing anything wrong. At least they're not doing any evil.
Yes, that's
Right,
right.
Master.
That's true.
Like the pedo priest of the Catholic system.
Yes, Master.
That's why before I accepted so many monks and nuns, many people, young children, I know they're at a little bit irresponsible age, rebellious, but I accepted them all. I never discriminated. I never questioned their purity or mentality or their idealism on anything. Because I know they're doing no harm, even if they're not doing anything good.
Yes,
Master.
Yeah. And even thieves and robbers and all that is not good, but they don't do big harm like the bad governments.
Yes, Master.
They're wasting money on weapons to threaten neighbors and to harm their own citizens, breeding this kind of energy, attracting bad vibes to their country, warlike vibes. Yeah, if they can see the energy, they wouldn't dare. Because your thoughts and your actions, your speech will attract the energy, bad or good to you. And if it's on the large scale, then it will attract to the whole country, envelope the whole country, make it all dark and stop the blessing from heaven.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, or minimize it at least. And the country will have disasters or pandemics, epidemics, or whatever. My God. I don't see many worthy leaders at all. They are just doing all wrong, harming their own citizens and threatening the neighbors as well, and shamelessly. What for should you feel proud about having killer equipment? What's to be proud about killing equipment that you amass or you build or you order to make? It costs millions, billions, and trillions of dollars
Yes, true.
to equip your country with all those murderous weapons.
Yes, Master.
And it needs maintenance. And one day it might explode accidentally, or even if not, then it will become rotten and waste a lot of the country's or the world's resources.
Yes, Master.
Sometimes they bring food and all that to me. I don't mean just now, but anytime. Oh, I feel so bad, so sorry for. I wonder, I'm using this and how much aluminum is left in the world for other better purposes. And when will we run out of it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Master.
The way we produce and use the resources of the world, it won't last forever.
That's right.
And I just feel so bad. I even told some of the helpers, I say, if you buy things for the dog, people buy whatever, the minimum wrapping possible. Sometimes the seaweed, they wrap in aluminum to keep it fresh in luxury style. I said, buy the one without. Yeah, the least the better for the environment also. Because we discard garbage. They have such a rate that is impossible to sustain.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
Everything is wrapped in aluminum or some precious stuff. How long can it last like that? Even chip bags,
Yes, Master.
potato chips,
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
they lay inside with aluminum,
Yeah.
outside with plastic, and all kinds of other related things in order to produce it. So whenever I use it, I always feel very guilty. I always pray that I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to live a simpler life. Just I'm so bound. Sometimes I use those things with the package like that for medicinal purpose. It already came like that. But I feel so bad. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
I wish they could have used something else. Something more like recyclable.
Yeah.
I mean, not so precious like metal stuff. Because we don't have those mines forever.
No.
They keep discovering them, but it cannot be forever. Because the world is not limitless.
Yes,
The whole planet is only that much.
that's right.
That big only. How much long can we find things before it's all exhausted?
Yes, Master.
We already eating ourselves poor, planetary poor, and planetarily disastrous.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And if you continue this way because we can afford it, meaning money-wise, then we are wrong. We are wrong. So if something happened to humankind, it's our own doing.
Yes.
We had it coming.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
We have it coming, and we know it. But we can't stop because it's too convenient, too comfortable to live with, and we don't care about what happens next. A lot of people know meat is harmful, even for themselves, but they just don't stop, just for the taste. Even if it doesn't taste good, the vegan food, for the sake of the planet, for the sake of others, for the sake of the next generations, your own children, for yourself even, you should stop eating poison,
Yes.
which is meat. And not to talk about that meat alone is poison. They give poison to the meat as well
Yes.
to keep the animals, people sick-free.
Yes.
All these antibiotics, how much can your body continue taking in? And they also give
Hormones.
different chemical or something to keep the meat looking fresh and lustrous.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
yes, Master.
Yeah, because if it doesn't look good, people don't buy it. Also to preserve it. All these kinds of preservatives
Yes. Yes,
or
Master.
whatever.
I think there is a lot of curiosity out there, and when you showed what can be done on a plant-based diet, it breaks down those barriers that suggest you can't. The Honorable Emma Hurst, vegan,